Good evening. Yesterday we were talking about symptoms of rewards and punishment syndromes, and today I want to finish up on the last two that I have here of symptoms which show that there's a syndrome. First of all, illusion is part of the process of this syndrome. There's the creation of the illusion that needs are being satisfied, but they're not being satisfied. A person could have an authentic need, such as when you're hungry and you really are hungry. That's an authentic need, but if it's an addictive need, it can never be met. An addictive need is really the need for love, and the addiction does not meet the love, but the person constantly wants that reward over and over again, trying to get that need met, but yet kind of knowing that this is not working. So that illusion, though, that this is going to work or that this works, that is the syndrome that I'm referring to. Now, I'm going to give an example here. Of computers. Computers were thought of as so wonderful when they were coming in. And they were given the use of computers was being given, and the development, I think, too, was being given rewards by state and local authorities and federal authorities. So four different rewards: city, county, state, and federal, for the use and development of computers, such as the people that taught computers, a special money given to the educational centers where they taught computers, and different favoritism toward computers, rewards for computers, which their competition did not get. Typewriters didn't get that, or whatever other competition there might have been at that time. They went by the way, and a lot of loss. It's a lot of economic loss that takes place for the part of certain people, and for the whole society as a whole, I would say. And there are other costs which they did not notice at first, such as the cost of viruses, the cost of identity theft, also the hacking. And now with IT coming in, and especially with robots is the one that's really coming in right now. So are they thinking about all the cost that is going to happen because of those? All the loss in jobs, all the suffering, all the cost to the overall society. Now maybe the computer makers are going to get rich. They already are rich. Certain parts of the society are being given rewards. They probably are being given special treatment. The development of of robots has probably, I don't know the details, but I can imagine if it's like everything else, we want robots. Let's have a government program where we pay companies to develop robots. I can imagine such a thing very easily, especially when the people running the government are getting campaign contributions from the companies that would get these special loans. But actually, I don't know of any like that. But I can imagine such a thing very easily because I see it all over the place. So the problems that could happen because of robots are yet to come. But right now, oh, don't robots look interesting, and how wonderful that they can do all our work for us. But such ideas, that's an illusion in my opinion. That's the illusion part of addiction. And the addiction is to the rewards that that they are given to make this happen. Okay, another example of this illusion is the illusion of security. We all want security, and they talk about security in our cities. And some of our federal leaders want to have almost to start a war in the cities in order to get security, send the war threatening things such as tanks and that type of material into the cities to make for security. This is an illusion to think you're going to get security by almost starting a war in the inner city. The way you get security is by getting to know your opposition, the ones that are making you feel insecure, get to know them and see what their needs are and try to help them meet their needs, which many people can see that the needs of the inner city is the poverty, the extreme poverty. And if we would take that approach, we would get more security and peace rather than trying to solve problems through punishing people and through warlike efforts. Okay, another symptom, the last one that I'm going to mention, is within these larger systems, there are the less complex systems are prioritized over the more complex. The needs of the less complex are prioritized, and the cost, there's a great cost to the the more complex system has a lot of damage done to it or other costs. An example of this is when the Milwaukee Brewers wanted a new stadium. So they wanted the county taxpayers to pay for their new stadium. And the taxpayers had a vote. It was just a suggestion vote. It wasn't binding, but they were against it. Most of them voted against paying for this stadium. However, they got the stadium anyway, and the taxpayers had to pay for it. Now, this is an example of a smaller system which takes priority, which is baseball, takes priority over the large, not smaller system, but less complex system, takes priority over the needs of the greater, the more complex system, which would be the whole county. And the county has needs that they cannot afford, such as health care needs and different needs, but yet they are asked to pay for this stadium, which is not a priority need for the county, for the good of the county. Their health would come before stadium and schools and things like that. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you.